Hi, everyone, and welcome to the 21-day mindful movement and breathwork challenge. Today, I want to return to our theme of functional movement. For this sequence, you'll need a blanket or pillow. Doesn't matter which one, if it's a blanket or a pillow, but we will be standing on it. So just choose something that's okay for you to step on. And then we'll need something to sit on for our breathwork. So you could do that sitting on the floor with blocks or sitting on a chair. All right, I'll let you go and get all your stuff, and then once you're back, you can come on and join me on your mat. Today we're going to work with functional walking. This is one of my favorites, and I like to couple it with mindful walking as well. So there's lots of ways that we can use this practice, and I really want to invite you to really go within and see which way that you want to do it today. We're going to be doing a couple of progressions, and so really just continually check in each time we progress the challenge level up. Know that you can choose to stay at the level we were before or join us through every progression. So very first thing, let's get into our mindful space, coming into your most favorite comfortable standing position. And we'll do our 3 breaths, our 3 exhale, sigh breaths. And again, making any sound you'd like on that exhale. And letting the breath return to normal. Giving yourself a little bit of time to arrive fully in this moment. And we're going to start with some arm sways here. And the idea of this is we want to kind of mimic with our arm swings something that you would do if you were on a really brisk walk. So if you imagine you were walking really fast and the arms would be just kind of swinging. That's the idea that we want to do this swinging with, but we're going to do both at the same time for now. And what I want you to tune into is just a felt sense of allowing the movement to be as effortless as possible. Is there a way you could allow the momentum to do the swing for you so that you don't have to do any muscling at all, just allowing the arms to go with almost gravity itself doing the efforting? So when you're really getting into letting the arms and momentum progress for you on their own, what you might find is you'll find sort of a stopping point where now it's going to be hard, or not hard, but now I have to sort of do it at a certain point. So see if you can track that and find where that is. I'm only pausing here just to show you where mine is so you get an idea. You don't have to pause. But this is sort of where they just stop for me. And then once you've tracked and found that, then at your highest point, can you let gravity do the down? So you don't have to do any down. Just let gravity do the down. And then the trick there is, can you let the down do the up? You might imagine, you know, when you were a kid, did you ever ride your bike and you'd get to a point where you were on a hill and you no longer had to pedal? You could just kind of coast. That's the feeling we're going for here, that especially on your up, that if you get that down to get into a momentum, then the down does the up. And then at some point, the up does the down. And really play with it here. Just let the movement be as effortless as you can. It's a really great way to warm up the arms and shoulders. I want to throw in an option for my regular followers who are, and really, if you're a beginner, you feel free to leave this step out. And if you're a regular and you want to go into flying chairs, the only thing we change now is on or down, we let the hands come closer to the ground. Now we get a little bit of a leg movement in, as well as an arm movement. But the idea with flying chair is still that sense of the up doing the down and the down doing the up. You'll probably feel your energy level increasing here just from all of that, a little bit of cardio action. So let's tune in and see if we're warmed up on the inside. Now really soften into your knees and get a little bit of a bounce going. And in previous days on our challenge, we've gone into some creativity exercises, some visualization exercises, and I would love to challenge you to bring that back in. And the visualization I'm going to invite you to play with is that all of your joints are springs. So see if you can pretend that your ankle joints and your knee joints and your hip joints and all of your spinal vertebra and your shoulder joints and your elbow joints and even your wrist joints, all the way through are a set of springs, a series of springs. And see if imagining that changes anything about the bounciness of your body as you rebound. Just gently bouncing up and down. And you can bring that to a stop. And we're going to go back to the arm swings, but this time we are going to do one arm at a time. And this time again, we want to get that sense of the up doing the down and the down doing the up. But now the side to side swing is going to help us as well. That little bit of the twist we've done in previous sessions. And just really go into what feels right and good in your body. You might need to micro it. You might need to go into just a quarter or even an eighth of a swing. But then it might start to feel fun and good, and you might just let the momentum take you into a little bit of a higher swing. Can you go back to pretending that all of your joints are springs? Let's do 3 more. And just take a moment to check in with your body. How is it doing? How is it feeling? The next step that we're going to take is to begin our mindful walking. And the first walk that we want to do is actually a brisk walk. Or basically, the walk that we want to do is the walk that you always do. So what I'll invite you to do is just walk around your room for about 30 seconds without thinking about it too much. So going at your regular pace, how you always walk, walking your dog or walking to the store, and just walking at your regular pace. Feel free to draw some shapes on the ground. It's a little bit counterintuitive here because the challenge progression we're going to take is slowing the walk down. Because when we walk slower, we have to balance more in each time that we step. So what I'll invite you to do is really track yourself, and you can modulate the speed that you walk at and kind of really gear your challenge level to really be personal for you. But what we'll do now for the next level of the challenge is we'll just start to slow motion walk. So however you want to do that, you may decide that you're going to walk a little bit quickly at first and then just slow it down. But what you'll find is that the slower you go, the more you have to kind of hang out on one foot. And that's the part of the slow motion walking that will be the most challenging in a balanced sort of way. So feel free to really tailor this stage to feel really right and good for you. You can walk as slow as possible. You can walk medium speed. The idea is once you've chosen the pace that you want to work with, can you turn up the volume on your mindfulness quality? Can you become more and more and more mindful of every little micro step? Every little weight shift. Can you feel that final moment where your heel is hovering over the ground but not touching the ground yet? Just feel how it is for the heel to kiss the earth. Just make light contact at first and then slowly shift your weight. And then transfer your weight. You really feel your foot moving through the air before it reaches the ground. I'll give you about a minute and really just go on and explore mindful walking in whatever way feels right and good for you right now. You can even toe walk if that feels better. Walk on your tiptoes. And when that feels complete for you, you can come on back to your mat. We're going to add one more layer of the challenge in, which is to now incorporate some objects that you either have to step over, walk around, or step onto. And this idea would be to kind of mimic what we encounter in nature, little hills or rocks or things like that. So what we'll do is create a little obstacle course for yourself, something that you can stand on, maybe another thing that you have to step around, and maybe something else to stand on, you'll know. And then let's take a little bit of time here to really tune in before you begin your obstacle course and bring your center of gravity into the center of you. Take a breath. And then when it feels like the right time, we'll go into our slow motion mindful walk. And this time you're gonna notice how it is to bring your foot now on a different texture. Maybe it feels a little wobbly, and Your mindfulness now will go to just really noticing how you navigate that. You want to step up on something or step around or over something. Another option is to walk half on your yoga mat, half off, just to create again that little bit of a different texture for the bottom of your foot. And again, I'll give you a minute or so really to explore this level of the challenge, and it can bring up a lot of information from your body and really tell you a lot about just how you move through the world. How do you know where to place your foot? Perhaps a playful part of you emerges and you want to play floor is lava and just step only on your object. Let's take 30 more seconds. Really notice bottoms of the feet now. See if you're still hanging on to the center of you. And when that feels complete, and please, if you're enjoying this level of the challenge, please pause the video and just keep going. Play on your obstacle course, slow motion your walk, and really explore your balance. And you can unpause whenever you're ready. And where we'll go next is into our breath practice. So you can grab your blocks or your chair, and we'll sit for this. And I want to return to working with the alternate nostril breathing and using the hand positions to help us track our breath. So we're going to take maybe 5 regular, ordinary, normal breaths and just get into the feel of tracking hand movement with a breath. And once you feel settled, we're going to, as we inhale, we're going to turn the palms up. And as we exhale, turn the palms down. And really just choose this motion. Maybe your hands come up higher on the inhale and lower on the exhale, or maybe it's just a simple palm turn. Inhaling, palms up. Exhaling, palms down. So 2 more, inhaling, palms up. Exhaling, palms down. And then what we'll do is return to the alternate nostril breath, and we'll do the circle style. So how that'll look is we'll inhale about 5 times through the right and exhale through the left. For the first cycle or two, if you want to use your fingers just to really help get the sense of the feeling of the air moving through your nose. And then we'll go with visualizing and just using the hand position. So inhaling through your right side and exhaling through your left. And we'll repeat that about 4 times. Inhale right. Exhale left. Inhale right. Exhale left. Just do one more inhale right. Exhale left. And then we're going to switch it up and go the other way. Now we're going to inhale left and exhale right. Inhale left. Exhale right. Let you go on your own. 3 more. Last exhale through the right, and then you can bring the hands down and just rest. And this time we'll use imagination to practice that circle breathing with awareness only. So this is a really amazing way to do this for the brain, because we really have to zero in and focus on the felt sense of one nostril and then zero in on the felt sense of the other nostril. So it's a very, very helpful for focus and concentration. So let's begin this level of the challenge, and feel free to just go back to fingers too. You don't have to do it this way. But let's go to inhaling and exhaling normally, but really beginning to notice the felt sense of the air moving in and out of the nostrils. Can you feel the quality? Maybe it's cool and dry as you're inhaling. Maybe it's a little warmer as you exhale. Notice that subtle difference there. And you may even notice that one side feels a little bit more open or a little more active than the other. And you don't have to get that right, but just if you notice that, that's a great thing to pay attention to. If you do have an open side, that's the way we're going to draw our circle. We're going to inhale through the open side, and we're going to exhale through the less open side. Or just go ahead and inhale right, exhale left for the first. And you can really use those hand positions again to help you. So as you're inhaling, you can bring the palm up. And even though we're exhaling, as we're bringing attention to that side, we'll put the palm up. So whichever side you have your attention on is the side that will have the palm up. And so just really feeling in your mind that each time you inhale through that open side and exhale through that closed side, and inhale through the open side and exhale through the closed side. You're drawing a circle of energy. When it feels like the right time, you can switch and circle your energy ball the other way around. So inhaling through that more closed side, exhaling through your open side, inhaling through closed side, exhaling through your open side, or you can do right, left. And then just go on your own, just to really feel into how is it a good way for you to do this? Let's do 2 more. And just allowing your breath to return to normal. Taking a little bit of time to really track your experience on the inside of you. We've done a lot of work today for focused attention. So really take note in this moment how it is to just be in your own skin. How is it to be in your environment right now? Maybe take a moment before we close with our question that we've been working with through the challenge here and there, which is, how do you want to feel for the rest of today? Or just even right here in this moment only, how do you want to feel? What would be good? Is there a way to kind of lean in 1% more toward that quality in this moment? As though you could steep or marinate in it by choice right now, just if possible. I really want to invite you to stay and continue your practice for as long as would be good. And with that, I will give you a namaste.